Hi, I'm Andrew Stepp, the designer for the card game Portal Combat, and I'm here to teach you how to play. Portal Combat is a game for 2 players. It takes 15 to 30 minutes to play and is recommended for players aged 13 and up. In Portal Combat, you play as supremely powerful beings that transcend time and space. Congratulations! But what else are these beings going to do besides play a little game with the lives of mortals? After choosing Earth as your battleground, you send portals through space and time to pull out these warriors and pit them against one another in a tag team fighting tournament. The game is played in either 2 or 3 rounds, and the player who wins at least 2 rounds wins the game. First, let's go over the setup. Shuffle the arena cards and deal out 3 of them on the table between the 2 players. These are the arenas you will be fighting for control over for this game. For your first game, we recommend you play using Feudal Japan, Present Day, and the Irradiated Ruins. Pay close attention to each arena's unique effects, as they will play a part in the fighters you choose. For example, in the Irradiated Ruins, all fighters' abilities are null here, so for this arena, you want to draft fighters with either detrimental abilities or high combat power. Next, place the round cards beside the play area in order, with round 1, Fight, on top. This is how you keep track of each round. Now it's time to recruit your fighters. Shuffle the fighter cards and deal them in 6 equal piles, turned face up. Choose a player to draft first. Each player drafts 2 fighters at a time until both have 12 fighters in hand. This is your deck. Set aside any unused cards, whether fighters, arenas, or gems, which we'll get to in a moment. Finally, shuffle your deck and draw your starting hand of 4 cards. The player who drafted last will play first, and with that, you're ready to start. Play goes back and forth between players until the round ends, and on each turn, you must do the following. First, play a fighter on any open space in an arena, specifically on your side of that arena. Then, draw 1 new fighter from your deck into your hand. Unless an arena says otherwise, there is only space for 2 fighters from each player on either side of the arena. Let's take a closer look at the cards. Each card provides the fighter's name, along with their combat power and their abilities. The fighter's base power can be found in the bottom right corner, inside this energy burst symbol here. The fighter's abilities are listed in this white box here. Some fighters have temporary abilities, denoted by this lightning bolt that activates when you play the card. Others will have permanent abilities, denoted by this infinity symbol that will either be applied continuously or activate at the end of the round. For example, when this fighter is played, you may draw 2 fighters instead of 1, but only for that turn. On the other hand, this fighter's combat bonus will apply as long as the current round is active and they are in the play area. Some cards may tell you to remove a fighter. Any removed fighters will go back to your discard pile, which you will place face up next to your deck. If a fighter tells you to discard a card from your hand or gain an additional card, this will not impact the standard action of playing 1 card and then drawing 1 other card on subsequent turns. When your deck has run out of cards, reshuffle all cards in your discard pile to form a new face-down deck. The end of the round is initiated when 1 player has filled all 6 fighter slots on their side, 2 in each arena, after which the other player will take 1 more turn. Then, that round is over, and it's time to tally your scores. The player who has the highest total power at 2 of the 3 arenas wins the round and takes the round card flipped over to the victory side. When determining your fighter's full power, be sure to take all arena effects, fighter abilities, and gem bonuses into consideration to determine your total power at that location. For example, Magnifica the Unicorn's power increases the combat score of all of your other fighters, so remember to take that into account when totaling power at the other arenas. If each player wins 1 arena with a tie on the 3rd, the player with the highest total power between all arenas wins the tie. If it is still a tie, clear the fighters in your play area, add them to and shuffle your deck, and restart the round. After you have determined that round's winner, clear the fighters you played that round from the play area and add them to your discard pile. Keep both your hand and the same 3 arenas between each round. Fighters that may have changed hands between players during the round are not returned to the original players. In subsequent rounds, you will have access to time gems, a byproduct of time travel that will help to boost your fighter's abilities. To use a gem, play it beneath the fighter in your hand. It must be played at the same time as the fighter to which it is equipped, and each fighter may only equip one gem at a time. Fighters keep gems equipped until the end of the round, even if they move to a different arena. If you draw a gem from your deck, draw another card so that the number of fighters you should have in your hand remains unaffected. Each player chooses a gem before rounds 2 and 3 to add to their hand. The winner of the round chooses their gem first. Both players should refill their hand so that they have 4 fighters and 1 gem to begin the next round, if they don't already. The player who lost the last round goes first on the next round. Continue to play rounds 2, and if necessary 3, placing fighters and gems in different arenas in an attempt to have the highest power in at least 2 of them. The player who wins 2 out of 3 rounds wins the game. A couple other specifics in regard to card resolution. You may find some fighter abilities and location effects seem to conflict with one another, or you're unsure of what order to resolve them. Follow this hierarchy to calculate scores at the end of the round, with fighters' abilities taking precedence unless an arena card specifically states otherwise. If you have further questions about some fighters' abilities or location effects, there are clarifications in the back of the rulebook that may be useful. And with that, you are now ready to take part in the terrific tag team time traveling tournament that is Portal Combat. Good luck and enjoy!